Right, I took a 6-volt battery out of I stole it from the TY here, so I can just connect up the power, see what happens. Now remember I talked about this earth. Well, I checked it out with the multimeter and it's an earth all the time, or ohms meter, and it's an earth all the time, so that's good. I've just got the wiring sort of loosely wired up here. So the first thing I do is I turn the ignition key on, and the oil light and the neutral light comes on. Okay, so if I was to play with there you go, in gear, the oil light and neutral light turn on, or go off, which is fine because there is only one sensor in here, so I guess it's doing both jobs. Exactly how it does it, I don't really know. The next thing as I go to, I would have a look over. Oh look, I've got a bright light burning over there. Quite bright actually, so it's a brake. It turns out it's a brake light. If I put the brake lever on, whoops, I had that taped up. It made no difference. If I come here and put the foot brake on, oops, there you go, put the foot brake on, it's reversed. So I've got to swap some wires around somewhere along this, so I put the foot brake on and the light goes off, so something's not right. There. Next thing is, if I was to put the lights, turn the lights on, and I'll get that foot brake off, there you go, so the tail light's working. See, tail light's working, so that's great. So then I come over here, so now the headlight should be working. No. High, low, turn on high and low, nothing happens. So there's something wrong in there. Okay. So then the next thing is, alright, let's have a look at that, the indicators. So in this indicator, lights on, nothing there, no light there at all. So let's go to the other side. Lights on, nothing happening. So I've got to check that, I don't know what's going on there. So the next one is the horn. Well, there's a bit of sound in there. I just got to play with that one, so I'll take it off and play with that one. So I've got a few things to sort out now. Half my problems could just be because I'm using the LED globes and whatever. But the next thing is the lighting coil. Right, so the sparking coil. So let's have a look. Oops, you could hear it. Let's get this a bit closer. Alright. Oh, gee, how do I do that? Anyway, there he goes. You saw it. It sparks. Interesting though, I turn the key off and one kick and it just has one spark still. So there's obviously in the little condenser inside the CDI unit there, so it holds enough for one spark. One other thing I wanted to go over. When I was doing the expansion chamber up, I was very careful to make it loose and snug it all in and get it looking nice, keep these sort of a little bit loose, keep it loose, keep that loose, and sort of do them all up together so the whole lot sort of come up as one. But when I've done all that, like I bang my hand on the motor and it's solid. On the frame, it's solid. And when I did it on the expansion chamber, it was exactly the same. So I backed them all back off again, not that one down there so much, but I backed all these back off again, all the way along the line there, and really paid a lot of attention, and then snugged them all back up again. And now when I hit it, there's movement in there. You've got to have movement in two-stroke expansion chambers, otherwise they'll just break mount. So that'll work. Now, as I said, I think my problem with all the lights on this bike is the fact that I'm using 6-volt lights. Using LED lights. They may not work properly. Just a lot of earthing issues, I think, because of the penetrol being everywhere. So maybe it's not getting earth. So I'll work it out. Well, I found my problem with my indicators, and that's that you know how I made the repair here. Well, the problem with that is there used to be this continued on, then there was spring, and then they're bolted onto there. Well, that was okay. It was all joined, but when I've cut it, it's now no longer connected. That bit there that used to be earthed is now not earthed to that. So I got a bit of household electrical wire, which is solid. Two of them are solid. So I managed to poke it down there. That's just connected up there to make it, earth out well. So that's poked in there, poked it all the way through, and it comes out the bottom, and I just looped it over and poked it back in again. And now when I put an ohms meter on it, it's there to there, it's now earths out. So I'll go down and do that to the rest of the indicators and see what else needs to be done. I now know why the indicators aren't working. It's just purely because I've got LED globes and they don't have enough earth feedback for it. So I have to find another one, and basically I've got earth, power in, power out. So I've got to get an LED flasher Pacific at 4.6 volts, and I found one in the solid waste. That's good. I'm having a good time with this bike. It's throwing up lots of challenges, and that's what I'm here for. Right, the wiring so far, I've taken off the headlight. That's mostly these wires. I've got a spare earth there. I've taken the headlight off. I've checked the globe. The LED light globe is working, but it's not getting power, obviously. So I've got to work on that. I've got the gauge here. I'll check the wires out. It's in the handlebars. It's the way it's distributed. I haven't studied the wire diagram enough yet, but I think the headlights. I think the headlights are fed from the magneto. So I'm just going to have to just wait until I've got the bike running, or I'll back check it. But that's what I think it is. Just using the battery out of the TY, that's 10 years old and it's still holding enough charge that if I have the battery charger on it and then run stuff, it'll work just fine. The wiring's all done there. I did lose one of those for about a week. I couldn't find. I'd worked out how to make my own. I was ready to go, but you couldn't buy them anymore. I found it was just on the floor. I've got the indicators working. The problem was not earthing out onto the subframe. So because of my repairs there, so my solution was run a wire up it, and it's just pressure pressed against the metal, and somewhere along here it's touching the metal. I've got a looped back round on the end and then pushed in a bit so it's scratched. So, but at the end of the day, it's just pressure, so it's not right. It's a cheap solution. My plan is I'll see how those ends hold on. If they hold on and don't rattle off and all that sort of stuff, then what I'll do then, it's no big deal. Where I've got it looped around, I'll pull that out and solder it onto the end there. I've still got to put a nut over it, so I've got to do a pretty spicky job. And this one here, I just solder it on there as well, so the wire stays, nothing gets disturbed. Still, it's like it is. That's not the problem. She's not breaking through here or whatever where I repaired it. As long as it's not doing that, I have a solution to do the job properly. So, yeah, it's quite a nice bike. So far, it's that lanolin and penetrol has given her a real leathery look. And there was a little bit of a spot of rust on the Kickstarter here, like just around 5mm patch. And I just wiped up, and away it went. So yeah, it can go rusty again. So it's going to be the clash between, well, not a clash, just the whole process. I'm really going to be quite intrigued how this is going to work out.